So I want you to ask yourself, what are you capable of? Are you living your life to its fullest potential? What do you fear most moving forward in your professional career? Are you on the professional career path that you want to be on? Have you aspirations for something completely different than what you're doing today? What do you see as a risky thing? What do you feel failure would look like? What do you think? What do you envision? Do you currently feel that you are being valued where you're working now? Are you appropriately being compensated for the value you bring to the position you currently hold? These are super important key factors for you to have the appropriate mindset. Because oftentimes in life, you will find that as you start to embark on your journey and it becomes more and more challenging, more and more difficult, greater and greater barriers, people will turn around. They'll go the other way. There will be hurdles and there will be failures. So let's just accept that pill right now. There's no going back. That is absolutely part of this journey. Once you accept that failures are part of the landscape and increasing difficulty and the height of the hurdles you have to jump over are part of the journey, then you can win at this. Because if you picture a graph and the vertical line is the degree of difficulty and the horizontal line is the number of people, well, that curve in this pyramid perspective mindset looks like this. As difficulty goes up, the number of people shrinks. Why? Because people turn back. People reject and refuse to persevere through that. They're not willing to endure it. They're not willing to experience it. So that leaves you. The crowd gets smaller. The challenges get bigger. The hurdles get taller, but the rewards are greater. This is the game of life, right? We're not chasing green paper with dead presidents on it. I'm not even chasing happiness. You have to be happy in yourself throughout the entire journey. I'm tracing my ideal scene. I want you to chase your ideal scene. And if you can accept this concept and you never ever see it as an external thing or an abuse being placed upon you or something being done to you, you see it as, oh, these are the rules. This is the game. These are the elements of the game. I now accept the rules of this game. I now accept the playing field I have to play on. I am now willing to experience what I need to so that I can reach my ideal scene. And for many of us, that's freedom, right? Financial stability paired up with optimum time flexibility equals freedom. And that's what you want. But if we can go through this and you can really absorb and make the change internally and in your abilities externally, you now have the steering wheel of control. You have the path in front of you to get to the ideal scene you want for your life. And everyone's is a little different. Whether you're mobile PT, cash-based, hybrid-based, insurance-based, I don't care. All of this success is within your control. So let me just share with you. These hurdles will always be part of the journey, like I said. Your failures are bound to happen. The difference is, what are you willing to do about it when it occurs? How do you pick yourself up? What changes do you make? What's the result of you actually competing in the game of these high hurdles and these ultimate failures that you're going to have to live through, really? That's what I'm saying. What matters most is your reaction to it, because like I said, the majority of people are going to turn away. So let's get into what you can do about it. Let's get the key takeaways of this whole mindset perspective I'm sharing with you. The key takeaway I want you to have is there's two elements, mindset and skill set. Let's break down mindset. So when you decide you're going to go into private practice and you're opening up and you're having a credentialing problem, an insurance problem, a reimbursement problem, a hiring problem, I don't care. The list goes on, right? Billing problems, staff retention problem, I don't know. The list, we can throw anything you want into there. They will occur in some form, fashion, or combination thereof. But if your mindset is such that you're willing to look around and you're going to keep 64 key statistics and you're going to do 3-week trends and graphs and you're going to apply management action plans on a weekly basis based on your annual strategic business plan, well, that's data. You've put time, energy, and effort into data. That data is built on a system of structure. You got 5 divisions. You've got systems going on. Stats are being turned in on a weekly basis. You've got meetings, time set aside for your mental attention just to be devoted on that. You're not just focusing on production. You're focusing on administration, development, organization, and application of new knowledge acquired from this data. You are processing data and it's talking to you. Number 2, you have to be able to adopt new ideas. You're probably watching this YouTube channel or listening to this podcast for new ideas. Great, that's what these are for. Explode your mindset, broaden your horizons, really get you to be more laser focused on the fact and ideas that this is normal and you can do something about it. So you need to acquire new ideas. You need to gather and assimilate data, new data. And when you put those together, you reform your vision. When you pull your car out of the garage and you're going on vacation, you have some idea of the destination, but the vision of how you're going to experience that journey from New York to California may alter 5 times in that 1 week drive or more. And you have to be prepared for that. So the mindset success is achieved through your willingness and your knowingness that you have to assimilate new data as you go. You have to assimilate new ideas into your existing understanding of ideas. You don't have fixed ideas and you're just bumping up against it and you're refusing to think of anything new. I see that so many times. It's the know best attitude. People who like know best. I'm like, really? You can't open that filing cabinet, maybe drop this right in there and maybe be a benefactor of that idea? Really? Because if you can reshape your vision. Your vision can get dialed in. It's kind of like that projector screen. You alter it and it gets more and more focused. Number 2, most important takeaway. Now that you're assimilating data and ideas and reshaping your vision, number 2, you're developing the application of greater skill development. You're developing yourself and your ability to apply what you now know and what you now have experienced. Knowledge and experience makes an expert. And you are literally developing your skill set so that you're becoming more effective and more efficient. You're becoming more productive with your time. You're not the effect of what you've created. You are affecting it. You are driving it. You're holding the steering wheel. It's per plan. I meet owners all the time that are innocent owners, and they're just like, yeah, this fell in my lap, and then I was asked to do this, and I did that, and I was asked to move into this office, and so I did that. I'm like, yeah, well, who's leading the ship here? You just keep stumbling into these next and new things, but it was never on your plan. It was never on your agenda. And then you wonder why it's not going so well. You're ill-prepared. And talking about ill-prepared, I mean, look at PT school. Prepared you to be a staff therapist, and that's it. Didn't give you any of the skill. When people like sign up to Meg Academy and I'm their coach and I'm working through, they're like, yeah, Brian, this is just like an extension of my tuition that I didn't get in PT school. I'm like, yeah, but at a fraction of the cost. If you're going to go into private practice, you have to finish your education. You have to know what you need to know in advance of needing to know it. I run into people so many times trying to swim while getting instructions from the guy or gal on the shore on how to swim. That's not good. That's not healthy. Learn what you need to know before you need to know it, and then you will approach it from a position of skill, from a position of knowingness and confidence. So here's the three key elements with getting skill development. In order for you to apply proficiently, you have to be willing to pivot slightly. Sometimes you get out of the gate and you're like, I'm going to do it this way. And then you're like, it's not really working well. I'm close. Maybe hourly isn't great. Maybe I should move all of my clinicians to salaried. Well, not everybody wants to work full time. Oh, okay, well, why don't we go prorate salary, prorate benefits, prorate the pay, all the way down to 25 hours. Anything less than that is total part-time. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Of course you can. This creates a greater team, approach because now more people are on the same compensation package. I'm a big fan of pay for performance, but I won't pick that up now. Be willing to totally redirect. Completely redirect. You get into it, you think it's going to go one way, and all of a sudden you realize this isn't the right way to go. And you have to change course entirely, 180 degrees. Be prepared to do that. Don't sit there and take that as a loss. Take it as a learning lesson and be like, wow, now that I know what I now know, I would have never done it that way. And lastly, completely reapply. Sometimes you are right on the right idea, but you have the wrong application. You're communicating it wrong. You're advertising it wrong. You're marketing it wrong. But you know you need to go market to those particular sources. You know you need to be, advertising 24/7, 365 days to get the best staff in so you have the best and the brightest working for you. You can never take your foot off the recruitment pedal. Yeah, you're right. But, throwing $10,000 sign-on bonuses and competing with the franchise is probably the wrong approach. It's probably the wrong application. How about communicating something innovative? You're utilizing advanced technology. You have an employment ladder inside your business. You have a learning management system that develop people both personally and professionally at no cost to them. Things that they're just not going to get anywhere else. So, in closing, the difference between success or failure, success per your definition, living your ideal scene, has everything to do with your willingness to accept the idea that there's going to be a small crowd of people that are working as hard as you, that are experiencing the challenges, difficulties, and high hurdles that you have to jump over, and willing to experience failures and smackdowns along the way, and always picking themselves up, altering, pivoting, shifting, new ideas, new vision. Because it takes that palette, if you will, that broad palette of acceptance to be able to reach the degree of success that you're looking for in your ideal scene. It's never meant to come easy. And the majority of people will not go in that direction, which is why they're all going to tell you not to do it. 9 out of 10 people who go into business and talk to their friends and family are going to say, why are you going to do that? You're making $90,000 with benefits where you are now. That's crazy. They want you to stay in the pond where they are, swimming around, and just be happy in the 20 by 20. And you're like, no. Life has more to offer me than just this. I'm genetically engineered for more than what I'm doing. I need to pursue my maximum potential. I need to practice in the top 10% of my license, but I also need to live in the top 10% of my life. Your life should be one that you feel, not one that you write. Something you want to experience. Be willing to experience the hardships, the failures that come along the way. The rewards will be so great for you and your family and your community and your dynamics, and you could do so much good for humanity and people around you and society, because isn't that what it's about, paying it forward? I want to leave on that message. I hope you understand that these aren't problems that shouldn't be. These are normal things that come with great people like you achieving a higher level of success and reaching your ideal scene. I hope this is impactful. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. 85% of people who watch my stuff are not subscribers, but if you do and it inches up, I can get more content out to you, and I can do what I love to do, which is help you live the life you've always envisioned for yourself. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I'm happy to talk to you every week. Get out there and do what you need to do to live the dream.